So my youngest nephew, not the two that I normally talk about that we had for a while. My youngest nephew recently had a birthday, turning 12. Sweet kid. Most beautiful heart you've ever seen. Loves animals, whole 9 yards. Just cares about people around him. Cares about the community. Just very aware. Good at school. My biased opinion, just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And the world is going to be a better place when he's a man. I was talking to my brother about it, though. We were talking about him last time we went up into the woods, and we were talking about him, and his concern for his son was he's afraid of the dark, and we weren't quite sure, and still aren't quite sure what to do with that. I think my brother had a much more healthy view of it. And I don't know if what I offered when I was younger and as far back as I can remember when I was scared of the dark, and then thinking to the point that I was no longer afraid of the dark. Naturally, my default setting was the old adage of, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for I am the baddest motherfucker in the valley. I hold that with me when I'm hunting and going out into the tree stand in the morning. There are some hunters that don't do mornings, or they walk out in great fear. I never had that as a hunter when I was old enough to hunt, was old enough to carry a rifle in the woods. That was related to a story of one of my teachers had about when he went hunting, and a dog came upon him growling, and he was personally scared of dogs. And then my teacher had this sobering moment of, wait a minute, I have a fucking rifle in my hands. And he shot that dog in the face. Pretty much blew its insides through the back of its outsides, face on with a 30-06 point blank range. I don't have much fear walking out to the tree stand in the mornings. Especially too, being well armed indeed with my secondary weapon and, an edged weapon. Because what another one of my friends said, if you're ever in the woods and you encounter a ghost, you can't just shoot a ghost. You gotta stab a ghost. Let me digress. The story I had of when I stopped being afraid, it was a Halloween. I was very, very young. We're talking, I was in single digit age. And one particular Halloween, I dressed as a vampire. I was in this costume. And as I was in this vampire costume, granted, this may have just merely tapped into my pagan, heathen ways. I no longer feared the monsters in the darkness, because in that moment and thereon, I myself was a monster in the darkness. Unfortunately, that solution does not apply to this young man. So we don't know. We don't know what to do with it. Best we can do, best we can hope for, is be the shell around this beautiful, tender heart until maybe it is strong enough. I mean, there's an advantage in us knowing what the world holds, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe if y'all are lucky, I'll keep you updated on the status. Opinions are welcome, though, especially if it's something that you deal with or something that you've dealt with your kids. Let me know. Catch y'all later.